This is your creating CSS and today I'll be explaining the ninth experiment in the OOPS lab. So this is about file creating and handling files. So the first experiment is about creating a new file and there's subdivisions in it, and the second thing we copy a file to another file, and the third division will be deleting a file. So let's see. So in order to handle a file, we should import the header file or the package called java.input-output file. So in this I created a class called first, and because I'm creating a file, it does throw an exception, so I'll be using a try catch block here. So in this I created a file named file, an object of class file with the file name mysource.txt. So if this file exists, so it will be printing success. I'm sorry, if it file doesn't exist, it will be printing success, and if it file exists, it says error, file already exists. So this is going to catch an exception of the file. So yeah, you can see I already have a file named mysource.txt here. So let's run this. So look at this, it shows error, file already exists. Let's try deleting this. Now let's try it again. Now it prints success because the file is now not there. Let's click on refresh. Yeah, now mysource.txt is created. The second thing, we'll be copying the content of one file to another file. So here we're going to create two files. One will be my file, and this is normal, which is mysource.txt, and the next one will be john.txt. So we'll be implementing buffer reader and print writer in order to scan and write the file content into another file. The string line will be reading the content in the file line by line. So we're going to surround it by try catch block as usual. So if there are no files found, it will be creating a new file. So we're going to implement this. One will be file, another will be copy file. So the content in the file should be readed, and this readed content should be written in the file copy file, which is john.txt. So while line equal to reader.readLine is equal to null, is not equal to null, which means till the last line, this will be printing into the line. The writer function will be printing into the line, which is the string. So after everything is written, it will be closing, which is my format. So at the last, it will be catching the exception, throwing file not copied. So let's run this. So because there's no content, it's not showing. So let's go to the C. This is about deleting a file. So when you create a new file, let's take mysource.txt. So if file.delete, the file is deleted successfully, else if the file is already deleted, this prints failed to delete the file. So this, yeah, file deleted successfully, mysource.txt is deleted successfully, and click on refresh. Check this, now there's no mysource.txt. So coming to the second and last thing in the ninth experiment, it's about when you pass a string in a file, this method should be displaying the number of white spaces in it. So first I created a new file, which is sample.txt, and next I inputted some strings in this. So I wrote, I am John Emmanuel, you're from section B, second year, Carnegie Institute of Technology. So the total white spaces in this text is 13. So I used an if statement, sentence.reader.readLine equal to null. This is a function which we use to calculate the number of spaces. String of word list is equal to sentence.split. This returns the number of spaces in a string. So every time it returns, I incremented a count word thing and a white space increment 2. So at last, this will be printing the number of white spaces. So yeah, no, number of white spaces equal to 30.